Well, there's no doubt it's very cold this morning, and well, my battery's not going to last today, is it? Well, certainly if I believe everything I read in the papers and online, not only will my battery not last today because it's too cold, my 24 kilowatt hour Leaf, my battery's far too small. That'll never get me anywhere. It's all negative stuff all the time about electric vehicles. But on the flip side, I keep reading about, and I've said it myself, this change of mindset. When you buy an electric car, you have a change of mindset about how you drive your car. But a change of mindset, surely that means me having to go out my way to do something different, or it makes it a bit more difficult. What's the point? I can just fill up my car with petrol or diesel, drive it 300 or 400 miles, and it's nice and easy. Isn't that the case? Well, I thought today would be a perfect opportunity to not only have a little bit of a road trip and show you how I use this car day in, day out, but also to show you or try and demonstrate what that change of mindset's all about. And well, we could have a look and see whether actually that does mean you doing extra work in order to make an EV work for you, or whether, do you know what, it just makes life a little bit easier. So today I've got throughout the whole day, about 120 miles to drive. I've already dropped the kids off at school and been to the gym. So that's the first bit of the journey done. I've done 17-ish miles so far. I'm now going to go to Southampton. From Southampton, I'm going to go to Portsmouth, and from Portsmouth back to pick the kids up, and from that back home again. So that's the day's driving in a nutshell. During the course of the day, my 24 kilowatt hour Leaf will not travel 120 miles. Even in the height of summer with a brand new battery, this car would never do that, no matter what you read. It's 0 degrees today, and it has been since I got up. The sun started shining, but the battery's not going to get that much warmer today. So with 17 miles gone, my guessometer at the moment is showing 56 miles. So the plan is to go to Southampton. In the middle of Southampton is IKEA. IKEA have got an ecotricity rapid charger. I'm not going to be in Southampton very long, literally 2 shops and I'm away. So I'm going to plug into the rapid charger and get as much charge as I possibly can. And then I'm going to drive to Portsmouth, Gunwharf Quays. It's a shopping outlet centre, and they've got a row of 7 kilowatt chargers. So I'm going to plug into that, which will obviously take a little bit longer, but I'm going to be there a bit longer. So there's no point in me rushing back to unplug from a rapid charger. So that works out really nicely. And then from there, I should have enough to do the final trip back home, pick up the kids and go home. So let's see how the day pans out. Right, as I said before, I'm not going to be here long, so I want this charge to be as quick and as easy as possible, which thankfully it normally is. So let me show you. If you look on the screen, it's as simple as the Electric Highway app, hit charge, scan the pump's QR code, accept that you're in the right place, choose the charger that you want. So for me, it's DC CHAdeMO. Accept that. Excuse me while I put my card details in, and then follow the on-screen instructions. Which I'll plug it in, make sure it's in properly, and press start charging. And that should now connect, and I'll just double check it's clicking, the lights are coming on, I can go shopping. See you in a bit. And we're off again. I wasn't there long, in fact. I actually have no idea how long I was there. It wasn't long at all. Enough time to get a free cup of coffee from IKEA and a few bits and pieces. It wasn't a particularly successful shopping trip, but not to worry. We're off to Portsmouth now to hopefully get the bits I need. In the time I was there, I think I got from the Electric Highway rapid charger 12.1 kilowatt hours of electricity. It cost me something like £3.36, I think it was. But the joy about going there is if you charge up at IKEA and then go into IKEA and spend £6 or more, they take £6 off your bill. So actually, I'm in profit. It's crazy, I know. How long that will last for, I don't know, but it's been going for a long time, and I've used it several times. To be honest, normally I wouldn't just go and charge at a rapid charger if I'm shopping, because you're there so long, it becomes a bit of a faff having to come back to move the car, because obviously you don't want to block a rapid charger. So normally I plug into the 7 kilowatt post, which they have got there. They've got a whole row of them in another car park just across the way, and they're all free. But for today, I knew I wasn't going to be long, so it was a case of a quick splash and dash, I guess, and off to Portsmouth now. So we're going to use a different charge point there. I'll show you how that works before I start heading home, and then we'll talk about the day and whether I make it without too much trouble. Here we are, another shopping centre, another car park, another charger. And I've got to be honest, although I know this is a 7 kilowatt charging post, I can't actually remember who operates it. The thing with these 7 kilowatt posts is you generally need your own lead, and I've got a lead in the back. Mine's type 1 to type 2 because that's what this original shape leaf takes. The new leaf is type 2 to type 2. Generally the charger itself is a type 2 plug, and then the other end is whatever plug goes into your car. Now I know as we drop into this car park, immediately on the right hand side is where the chargers are, so that's where they always used to be. So I'll head over there and once again I'll just show you how you plug in, how it works, and try and remember who actually operates this and whether I have to pay for it. I can't remember. There we go, and as we can see, it's a Polar charger, which is ideal. I have a Polar subscription, which means I've got a card to make this work. I think with these, you don't need a subscription. You can do it any way you like. Anyway, we've pulled in 45%, 39 miles remaining. We've done just short of 70 miles so far. So let's get plugged in. And it's as simple as that. Well, I'm pleased to say that is the last of the Christmas shopping done. And well, being a bloke, I obviously did a bit of research before I came here, and I haven't been here very long at all. It was into the shops I needed to go into, bought the stuff I want, and I've left. So as a result, I actually don't have enough charge to do everything I need to do. I've got enough charge to get back to school, but then from school not to get home again. I'm only about 8 miles short, to be honest. So rather than messing about, what I'm going to do, my choices are I could sit on that 7 kilowatt charger, which I don't know if it's charged me today. If I get an email by the time I put this video together, I'll tell you how much it costs. But otherwise, my other choice is to go to a rapid charger, and there is a rapid charger just around the corner, which is where I'm going to head to now. Well, as I said, easy enough, just around the corner, and it's an ultra charger, which to be honest, it's the only subscription that I have to any charging services with Polar, and the reason I keep it is because of the convenience. I'm sure I could have accessed that Gunwharf Keys charger with, I think it's Polar Instant it's called, but I've got the full Polar account. I pay a monthly subscription. It gives me access to things like these ultra chargers, and it costs me nothing to charge. They're free now. I'm plugged into it, so it is very convenient. But let's look at this change of mindset and talk about throughout the course of today, because this hopefully, I can't see why it won't be, my last charge of the day, which just means a drive home now to pick up the kids. This change of mindset then. So first of all, I got into my car this morning to take the kids to school. It was a really hard ice last night, but my car was completely defrosted because I've got a timer on it. I set it for the morning, and my car was de-iced. So while all around me were scraping their cars, I got into a nice warm car. We drove off to school. I went then from school to the gym, from the gym to my first shopping place. When I was there, I plugged into a rapid charger. Now I knew I wasn't going to be long there, so the rapid charger was the right choice. It took me, 30 seconds to turn the app on, plug in and walk away from the car. I don't see that as being any inconvenience whatsoever. Once I had finished my shopping, as I said before, I got £6 back from IKEA. So actually the £3.30, whatever it was that I paid, I got more than that back. So I was in credit. I then drove another, I think it was 30 odd miles to Portsmouth, plugged into that 7 kilowatt post. Now that took me maybe, I don't know, 50 seconds, a minute, whatever it was. It wasn't long because I had to get the lead out my boot. No real inconvenience. I had the lead there, I plugged it in, I tapped my card, away I went. I was only there about 30 minutes and I came up about, I think we decided it was about 8 miles short of being able to get back to pick the kids up and then drive home afterwards. So a little bit inconvenient there. But that said, had I been there for another 30 minutes, I would have had more than enough charge, so it wouldn't have caused me any issues at all. As it is, I've got a little bit of time. I didn't really want to have to sit there for another 30 minutes, so I've just driven around the corner, plugged into this ultra charger. I can see on the screen, it's nearly, since the time that I've been talking, I've nearly got 2 kilowatt hours. It's no real inconvenience. I'm up to 70%. I can see on the machine. That's more than enough to get me home. So by the time I finish talking to you, I'll unplug and we'll drive off. Personally speaking, and I know I've had this for 3.5 years, and I know that it probably comes a little bit easier to me because I'm so used to it. But so will you be if you buy an electric car. It doesn't take long, trust me. If you use the right apps, so things like ZapMap and Plug Share, they tell you where all the plugs are. But you know, I come to Portsmouth quite a lot. I go to Southampton a lot. I know where the charge points are. It's not difficult to get around, and you tend to always go to the same places. It's only when you go somewhere new that you might need to stop and think. But then again, is that any different from going to a petrol station? I appreciate there's more and you pass more by, but every service station's got a charge point. I say every Holiday Inn, but a lot of the Holiday Inns now have got charge points. So it's just a quick look on the map and stick it into your GPS and away you go. So I've nearly finished charging now. It's at 76%. I will let that go up to 80% because with these rapid chargers, they go very quickly to 80% and then they slow right down. So there's not a lot of point in me sitting here beyond that. That'll give me a lovely buffer so I don't have to worry about trying to drive slowly to get home or anything else. Not that I particularly do. What I'll do once I've got the kids, I'll give you a final sum up of the day and tell you all about the mileage we've done, what it's cost us and all the other bits and pieces you might be interested in. There we go, home now, and a lot of rushing this afternoon, I have to say. Sorting the kids out, getting them back. They're quiet now, they're all sorted. So it's given me a chance just to have a little look at the mileage that I've done today and what it's cost and how the day's finished up, to be honest. So when I got home, it showed that I had covered 128 miles and I had the dashes on. So as far as I'm concerned, that was timed to perfection. You know, I had no issues, I had no concerns or worries. I was always going to make it home. So that's not a problem. The cost of the day, I put in, so the charge I had overnight before I left was £2, I don't know, let's say it's £2.30. I need to work it out again on my current tariff, but it's around about that. The charge at the Ecotricity rapid charger at IKEA, that was £3.60 something. So it's cost me so far less than £6 for 128 miles. But of course, remember in IKEA, I got £6 back. So actually I'm in profit. But even if I didn't, it's less than £6 for that. Had I have done that 128 miles in my petrol car, it's about a quarter of a tank for me. That would have cost just over £20, between 20 and £25. So you can see straight away what a massive saving it is, even on that short amount of distance. So as far as that inconvenience, yeah, there was probably one stop that I had to go out of my way that if I was in my petrol car, I wouldn't have had to do, which is that final Polar Ultra charger. And I think it's worth saying at this point, I appreciate that I do have a subscription to Polar and that made that easy for me. But if I didn't, all I would have done was driven out of Portsmouth into a Ecotricity rapid charger at one of the motorway service stations. So again, it's no great shakes, and that probably would have cost me a couple of pounds at most just to get me enough energy in order to carry on my journey. So there's no great hardship. So hopefully it's shown you that yes, it's a change in mindset. Yes, you do have to do different things, but actually they just fit in around your day. You don't have to go out of your way to do anything. You drive to where you need to go. You allow the car to do its thing, charging whilst you're off doing other things. And when you come back, it's ready to go. It's no hardship whatsoever. I just hope that's given you a bit of an insight and a bit of a look at the ownership of an electric vehicle and maybe giving you the confidence to at least go and try one and not think all the time that this charging, it's too difficult, I'm going to disregard it just because of that. Hopefully that's done that for you. But that's it. So for now, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to like and share. And if you're not doing so already, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Take care.